Hey guys, I'm here today with photographer Elzie Cannon from Lansing, Michigan. Elzie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well about yourself.
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to interview you and feature you. So, to get started, what inspired your career as a photographer, and how did you learn photography, editing, and videography?
That's a tough question. Very personal. My photography career began in my freshman year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew I was going to the NBA like every other young black boy.
Right.
Tryouts came and I didn't make it, so I had to choose a different course of life. And the next week I was taking pictures, and I stuck with it since. I would have to say my editing process. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, how did you learn photography, editing?
Um, Trial and error mostly. Just hanging out with my friends, shooting them, skipping class, getting bathroom passes to take pictures, whatever the case may be. I just kept persistent. I was very persistent with the craft, and it finally grew with me.
That's good. That's good. So, where did you get the name Lace from, and what inspired that?
So I was a very into sneakers when I started taking photos. I used to take pictures of my friends and basically their day-to-day outfits, but as a high school version of a day-to-days, I guess. It wasn't like in blog format or anything, but that's where it started. It mostly started with Jordans and whatever else we thought was fly at the time. We was just getting dressed, taking pictures, and posting them. And that was really the beginning for me.
Okay, that's cool. So, what transitioned your brand from a hobby or just like a leisure to an actual career?
Pressure from my parents to get a job. I knew that a 9 to 5 wasn't for me. I wouldn't be able to maintain myself in that type of environment. So I had to figure out how I could survive and make photography work for me, not only because I love it, but as a way of income.
Right, I agree.
Do more of it.
That's good. I don't see myself working like a 9 to 5 either. So I always try to think of like new things that I can do, as like my career or my job, like vlogging. So
Exactly.
I'm like, I cannot punch in and out of a job every day. So I feel that on like a spiritual level. Okay.
There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It's worth it for sure.
Definitely. And especially if it's something that you love and enjoy as well. I always say, like, if it's something that you love and enjoy, like, just do it, regardless of how much, you're making. I mean, I guess money is important to an extent, but, if it's a passion and you love it, then just do it. Because that's what you'll enjoy most.
Yeah, most definitely a blessing.
Yeah. So what do you want people to get from your artwork?
It depends. I have like my artwork ranges. It changes like my personality. It's really like multiple sides of me, whether it be concerts or weddings or my own artistic work that I'm doing for museum placements, whatever the issue, not the issue, but whatever somebody else needs, they can find it within Lace.
Got you. So you just like to keep it a wide variety of everything.
Yes, but it's also I would like to say like my work is very minority centered. Only because it's the Lansing's environment is so much like that, so
right.
It's a product of it. I can't avoid it or bypass it. It's what I'm used to.
Right, and I think you do a really good job of showing like Lansing's like aesthetic. Like even I was just going through your pictures, I'm just like, wow, like this is my hometown, So I think you do a very good job of like just showing Lansing and it's like true colors, and because a lot of people don't know what Lansing is anyway, or like where it's located, and when people think of Michigan, they just think of Detroit. So I think you do a good job of showing, like the differences between Detroit, Lansing, and just really creating a name for Lansing. So I think that's really good.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. So, what inspires your work of art, and how do you choose your shooting spots and like the people and objects that you shoot?
When I went to art school in Grand Rapids, school is called Kendall College of Art and Design, and a lot of the things that they taught me there, I used to pick my locations, pick how I'm gonna shoot, or the subject matter that's gonna go with it, or the underlying message to the work. Mostly it's based upon color schemes and mood, or like if I need a grungy spot, I'm gonna go to somewhere dirty. If I need something nice and clean, I'm gonna go downtown. It just depends upon what I'm shooting. Everything varies. It just varies based upon circumstance.
Right. And what mood you're in.
Yeah.
You're like, if I'm gonna shoot something fun and I'm in a good mood today, I'm gonna go to something like bright and cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like whatever works or whatever the client needs or what they're looking for. Just I have to vary and grow with them to suit their needs.
Right. That's cool. So you recently just shot at Common Ground. As a freelance photographer, how do you get a lot of your gigs?
I beg. I write people like on their, I write people on their emails. Like I'll find out who's running the event. I follow them on Instagram, like a couple of their pictures, get them to follow me back. Mm-hmm. Then I write them, ask them what's the information to log in or like to get a press pass. Then I apply for the press pass. I have never had an official press pass from Common Ground ever, but they always end up using my photos, so it kind of works out.
Yeah.
This year I used tugs, and then last year I used diamonds. Like they performed, so I just used their passes, and then it gave me all access.
Wow, that's cool. So basically, just kind of like building relationships with the people that you're trying to work with. So that's really good, because you got some really good pictures from Common Ground. Like, it looked like you were on stage with Big Sean.
That's what's up. I'm happy that they came up well.
Yeah, they were really good.
It's like my favorite part about the music festivals is being in the little press pit or whatever with all the other photographers, because photographers are awkward. Nobody knows each other. Nobody like wants to really talk, but everybody has the same agenda. Everybody's trying to get the best shot, quote unquote, maybe. So it's like I always think it's funny because all the other photographers are white, old men or like girls that are my age. Yeah. So it's like I never fit in, but I always produce some of the best work. Yeah. So it's like I love the opportunity, the challenge of not fitting in the puzzle, but actually being the best piece of the puzzle.
Right. And that's what kind of gets me going, like, about my brand, like, not being average is like the fact that you can be doing the same work as something else, but it's something about you that makes your work different from everyone else's, So I think that's what's so awesome about us, like, just being individuals and being our own person. Because it's like, you can really do the same thing as me, but not better than me, because I'm me and I'm doing it. So I think that's
true. Yeah, I think like just being African American, I have a different tie to the music, to the hip hop industry or whatever you want to call it. I have a different connection to it. It relates to me different. So I know like when to snap this shot, or like I needed sneakers in this one, or I gotta like this a face shot, this one for the pinky ring, like whatever it may be. Like I know like I gotta get this one.
Yeah, that's cool. You know what your audience wants. And especially us being like millennials and young people, like we're the one that sets the trends and sets everything. So we know what we want, so it's kind of easier for us versus someone that's older. They're like, I don't know, I'm just kind of here to take the picture. So yeah, I think that's really
you
cool.
Could tell like you could tell through people's photos who was there just because they could be there and who was there because they really enjoyed, really like took advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, I think that is very true. Like, you can always tell someone that's doing something because they have to versus someone that's doing something because they're passionate about doing it, so I think it's good that, you're passionate about it and everything, so.
Thank you.
You're good. So if you had to choose, what would be your favorite shoot that you've done thus far?
My favorite shoot this far, Common Ground was cool, but my favorite shoot, I took one of my favorite photos I have is it's a little boy sitting on a basketball, and he's dressed in overalls with a tucked in shirt and a tie. Yeah. And he's sitting on his basketball, and he has like this. His face is buried in his hands. He has this really depressed look, and it's my favorite because I really like made up the meaning to it. But in actuality, I was just taking some family photos, and the kid was throwing a fit. But the photo ended up coming out really, really cool when I made it black and white. And now, like, it's one of my best-selling prints just because of the emotional ties behind it.
Right.
And to me, the photo really means, like just like within the Black community and how some of us don't have fathers, so we're not well enough equipped to handle life or handle the situations thrown at us. But no matter what, we'll still find a way to make it through the end of the day and succeed and try on and keep going. So it doesn't, like, even though we are heavily affected by whatever issues that we all have, we all are strong, more than strong enough to handle what we have coming at us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably my favorite shoot photo this year.
Yeah, and what I think is so dope about, like, art is that you can take a picture, like the picture that you use as an example. You can take that picture, and we can be looking at the same picture, but you and I could get two different meanings from it, you know?
Yeah.
So, I think that is really cool, too, that you can get, like, the emotional, you know, like, art just draws so much from it, you know? Like, as far as emotions, the way that you view it, I could have looked at that and be like, oh, I thought it was a guy or a little kid sitting on a pumpkin or something. And you're like, no, that's a ball, or, you know, whatever the situation is. Like, it's just different viewpoints, you know?
Everybody brings, that's what another thing I love about art. Everybody brings their own experiences and their own experiences and things that they've been through to verify their thinking. So what your experiences in life may be different than mine, but we can both look at this image and both be able to relate to it. And that's something that's great about art. Mm-hmm. It touches everybody without trying.
Exactly.
Like, no matter what the piece may be, it touches everybody a different way. And that's what's so cool about it.
Right. I agree. So I know you've been working with Mikey Austin and the Arts Matter campaign. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so the Arts Matter campaign is really cool. We do local events throughout in Reeltown in Lansing, Michigan. We highlight local artists. We give them an opportunity that they may have had or haven't had before to display their talent and show what they're truly capable of, whether it be music or some type of artistic form, photography, painting. We've had rappers, violinists, saxophone players, everything. And it's just it's great to see other people in the community trying to do what you do, and it's very inspiring for artists who are going through tough times or people who just need that extra boost to see, like, oh, I'm from a small city, but people are here trying to make a way, trying to create a scene, mm-hmm. trying to do something positive, so I should join along and support, and that's what we're all about.
Mm-hmm. I think that's really good. Even with me living here in Houston, like, I've always tried to you know, I guess just kind of like keep in contact with people from back home, just because I do see the stuff that you all are doing on social media. And I think the Arts Matter project is really great because I know, like, as far as us growing up, you know, we didn't really have the resources that we needed, you know, to be able to do the stuff that we're doing now. So I think that it's great that you guys are giving back to the community and giving people the opportunity that we didn't have. So I think that the Arts Matter project is really dope.
Yeah. I really want to come to Houston. I'm trying to go to a Rockets game. That's been on my mind now. Yeah. James Harden, like my favorite player since OKC. So I got to get down there.
Right. Well, it's room for you down here, so come on down. Okay, so what advice would you give people that are interested in photography?
Don't quit. Like, mm-hmm. being an artist, you go through high points and low points, and even at your lowest of lows, you have to keep the confidence of your highest of highs. Because once you get down on yourself or get behind on your work, it's way harder to catch up than it is to stay ahead.
Right.
And that's just word to the wise.
Yes, that is very good. And I feel like you can take that regardless of what field you're in, photography, blogging, whatever. Just do not give up in anything that you're doing. Just stay consistent.
For real, because once you get behind, it's like you're playing catch up. You can't even get to your new work because you're so far behind.
Yeah.
And it's a tragedy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So what is next for Elzie Cannon and the Lace brand?
I would have to say what's next for me is more music festivals.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to create a name for myself within the hip-hop industry, within that music scene. So mm-hmm. I have to hit these festivals and shoot like I never shot before. Okay, so Common Ground, I shot and edited all on site. So after each show, I would break down my equipment, pull the laptop out, pick my best shots, and upload them as it was going on.
Wow.
So I want to do that at every music festival just so it gives me a better opportunity to network.
Yeah.
They'll see instantly like, oh, like I just got off the stage. These pictures is dope. Like where cuz at? Like I gotta meet him. So whatever can help me get network and do better, that's what I'm looking to do.
Right. Wow, that's really cool. That's definitely dedication for you to sit there and take the pictures, and then as soon as you finish taking them, you know, sit there and edit and upload them. And I think that's really smart as well too, because you're the first to be seen, you know. So
yeah. And also my other plans I'm working on a exhibition. I'm trying to get like pushed through the local museums and whatnot here, and it's gonna be based upon the my experience at a private white institution. So I'm gonna take all the lows and all the highs and mix them together to create some type of storytelling through my photography to show like what it feels like to be a minority at a private white institution.
Wow, I think that's really cool, and I like the idea of having a storyline through photography as well. So that's dope. I'm so excited for you, Elzie.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
You're
I'm
welcome.
Trying to figure it out.
Right. Well, thank you for allowing me to interview you. And I'm very proud of you and everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you guys stay tuned and look forward for our next feature. Thanks for listening.